Good afternoon, everybody. I'm sorry for the slight delay. I've got somebody here that's sort of wanting to get involved in the tile, so I said he could actually put the tile down and then he needs to get out of the way. So he was just saying hello. Now go. He's been sat in reception with his shirt and tie, thinking he's all the bee's knees, but he's not answering the phone or anything. So I've no idea what's going on. But yeah, I think as soon as we take his posh trousers off, he'll be back to his normal self. So here we are today, 376, goodness me. And I always say that. Just a quick thank you to Sue. Sue C-Mac sent me, look what she sent me, rubber pencil. So I'm going to give that a go. Thank you ever so much. And we're going to be, it's going to be in part of my kit there. Oh, okay, I've done a little bit of inking around it. I've got, look at the olive green out the regular tile pack. And I've used a little bit of orange and the underwater stencil just to give it a bit of a background, just to sort of get it going. And if we're ready, now I think I'm going to start with the pencil, just for a little bit of construction, for just the first little bit, but nothing major, okay? So let's sort of think middle-ish. There we go. I'm going to come in a little bit more now. And what I'd like to do, I'm going to start as though I was drawing a bit of a petal. I'm just going to take my watch off, because you know how it scratches on the table. So here we go. So I'm going to create a shape. You see, that's normally the kind of shape we do for a bit of a petal, isn't it? See, and then we do that. You see, I've left it open at the top, because what I want to do is come further round and create sort of a point at the top, like that. Oh, look at that. There you go. I'm just going to put that, make that a little rounder. Oh no, shall I? Here we go. Using the rubber. There we go. Looks like a bit of a tadpole kind of thing, doesn't it? But okay, I like that one. So I'm going to do a couple more of those. Let's do one sort of down here. So I'm going to turn it round. And you can have these spacing any way you like. So whether you want to put those bits in and then that bit in first, like I just did, or whether you actually want to come round and do the whole thing. And then round. Yeah. So let's have a look. I'm going to imagine now I'm going to split that space. I've got two that side and two this side. So let's have a look. I'm going to go the opposite way around this time. So coming from there again, around we go. And now this time I'm going to see if I can do it like all the way around. And then round. There you go. Not so bad. And I'm going to put another one here, but at this time I'm going to, because it's sort of sitting behind, I'm going to give it just a sort of a regular shape. So we've got a bit of a mix going on in there. And just looking at this next one then. See, that's sort of like facing each other, isn't it? So let's do something a bit different here. And I'm going to come on in and sort of create sort of a smaller version of it. See, a bit of a curve at the top there. And then this one, I'm going to create sort of a regular kind of shape. So it's a little bit odd looking in places, but we like that, something a bit different. So being that I've got it here, I'm going to go with this one here, and I'm going to split it, only this sort of part, into kind of 3 sections. So let's go in a little bit more there. Okay. All right, in with pen. Oh, Vicky, I know it is a bit cooler today. It's still warm, but honestly, it was so hot here at the weekend. But we just took our time and chilled out. It was fine. You notice automatically, see, I've moved my tile, so I've got this facing up back now. And I'm going to come on in the first bit here, and I'm going to put that kind of a shape in there. So it's sort of a smaller version of what else I've got around. Hello, everybody. Oh, Wendy, again, it's just, oh. Do you know that operation's just never going to happen, it seems. I bet he's desperate now. Hi, Sam. Oh. I'm looking at this shape again, but you see I've come out a little bit and I've created this sort of curve. And then I'm going to do similar on this side. So if it comes out a bit, it doesn't matter, okay? So then because we've got these shapes, I can come in between the two. And again, in between the two. Just put that one in there. And then on the other sides, I can come in with that kind of a curve again. So I'm following the shape, but it's going out a little bit, which is fine. And then let's put another one in there. And then of course, see, this one's coming out a bit. Don't worry if your shapes are a little bit different than mine. You'll find that as you work your way up, we've got those little lines in to help us, but they don't have to be exact. You see now, again, it started like this. It's sort of coming around this corner now, so I'm following suit with the drawing or the lines that I've got there. And then on there. And to that one. And to that one. Well, it was a full-on weekend, wasn't it, Sam? But hopefully you've gone home with lots of inspiration or lots of sort of ideas that you can try something new. And it's all about progress. And we just had such a good time with everybody, didn't we? It was a really nice thing to do. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Okay, let's sort of move out a little bit. Look at that. Okay, so let's choose one. I'm not going to go with opposite here. I'm going to go with this one. And if you feel that you don't really need the lines, you don't have to put the lines in. I think it just starts you off, doesn't it? And gives you a ready-made sort of plan through. So you put that middle one in, and then in we go with the other sections. Now we've got the idea of this, we can work our way up the shape again. I see here, is this one going to go over? Let's look at that one. Or under. So just bear that in mind. I'm going to go under. And then along here. So, you know, just be aware of that as you're going around and you make that decision. You can go over or under, whatever you want to do. Okay. And then along. So that sort of works its way around. And into that one. See, just sort of, it's coming out a little bit and working your way up those shapes. And creating that little design there. Into that one, and then of course, there. So we've got two of those. Let's have a look. Alright. So I'm going to choose another one now. It doesn't matter which. I'm going to go with this one here. And I'm going to draw this one in. Following around those lines. So there's no rush with that. Take your time. You don't feel you have to do it all in one go. See, that's going to go into there. It's going over, see. And join it together. And bring this in here. Okay. I'm going to do that with all of them whilst I've got that memory or that muscle memory in hand. It's got to come round and along and put those in on this one. I might just curve that top a little bit more, see, just so it's sort of thinking about going that way. Same with this one. And in we go. Okay. And let's see, was it this one I was going to do? I'm going to come in with a bit of a curve. It's going a little bit bigger. And then another one over the top. And then another one this side. See, doubling up again. And then again, in the centre there. And then along with this one, and then again. So don't think that these are going to stay in the same formation. They're going to sort of change as long as you're sort of offsetting them as you go. Try and keep a nice curve on them if you can. That'll help. And start to fill in the gaps as you're working your way round. And keeping it going there. Working around onto those sections. And working our way around there. See, just sort of following it along, taking our time. So have we been keeping up with the tile a day so far? I know I'm trying to get them in early if I can, because that gives you the rest of the day then. You can pick and choose when you do it. I think it's going to be fab when it's done. I always love, you know, that sort of last few tiles and it all starts to come together. But of course we don't even know what the image is yet. There's some hints, but we've got some you know, recurring type of patterns and things, but we don't know yet. There you go, all the way around. There you go. Okay, so let's look at another. I'm going to come on in there. Let's go with this one here. I'm going to come and follow the line along and around. See, as though it was going to the middle. And then along and around. So I've got that kind of a shape. And similar on the other side, see, it's almost like a little stripy section. And then I'm going to go from, let's have a look, from the centre out. So looking at my 2 stripes, I'm going to do these 2. You can choose the 3 if you want to. And this is a little tangle that we have done in our craft ember. And it's sort of one of those recurring patterns. And I'm going to fill in those sections along the edge with a little bit of ink there. Okay. Oh, Pam. At least they're not too big to deal with, and it's not like it's going to take you hours and hours. Yeah, you'll be back to us in no time. You'll catch up. There you go. And I'm not going to remove those. I'm going to just extend that bit. I'm not going to remove the videos. And of course, Chris is putting them on Facebook, not Facebook, YouTube for us. So that should be fine. Okay. I'm going to do this again, but this time I'm going to come in this one. So how am I going to cope with this? So let's have a look. Let's put the stripes in as though I was doing it to a regular sort of design. You see it gets a bit thinner at the top there. Okay. And then what I would do here is I'd come round. So it's almost like a little aura, isn't it? So you're going to take the outer ones and then these 2. I'm going to join them in. Create another aura. You see? And then of course, I'm going to come outwards again, putting these in. And following it through. And of course you could do full bubbles here. Mine are sort of more ovally shaped. Or you could just leave them as stripes if you prefer, that's fine too. And let's fill in those little gaps there. And then along we go. It's quite an unusual piece this, isn't it? It's got that sort of slight darkness, you know, with that olive, but we can really brighten it up with our coloured pencils. Yes, Heather, we could do the peas in a pod. So, you know, you can change that up a little bit if you want to. Look at that. It's almost, it's not flower, is it? It's more sort of sea kind of creature. Something like that. All right, so we've got one more here. So this one I'm going to do similar but different. I'm going to put a line down the middle like that. Yeah. And then in the centre, or again you can do it either side if you want to. I'm going to come in and draw in those little shapes again. Like that. Okay. So it just sort of works its way up. So these are looking more like part shapes, aren't they? We've not really got a full arc. Well, that works just fine. As we work our way around there, and then just little sort of dots as we go. It is, it's a little bit, isn't it? Let's put some little lines up there. Yeah. So I'm going to just bring in a thicker pen for me, because what I want to do is add some darkness to a couple of these bits. Let's just come on in here. So I could actually fill in the whole thing, but we can always add in another little bit of a tangle here. And it's not going to take too long to do. It's almost like adding thicker stripes in there. And sort of just wander around with it. Okay, see that one's going to go behind there. Again, this is going to change the feel of this particular, if I want to calling it a petal, I suppose. Almost, isn't it? But this gives it something a little bit different to work to. What about the detail of this one? Sort of filling it in there. You know, you can go as thin or as thick with these as you like. I'm just sort of making little boxes, working my way around it, a little bit at a time. Okay, sort of getting smaller, so we work our way up. So, similar thing with this bit here. It is the same tangle, so I'm going to keep it the same and add those lines in. And each one sort of a little shape in its own right. Working my way along. You can do these in a different colour as well if you wanted to. You don't have to do them all in black. Oh, hello everybody. Hello Richard and Deborah. And Joe. Yeah, tropical fruit could be, couldn't it? Nice. So coming to the middle now, I've still got my 05 pen here. What I want to do is create a bit of a shape in the middle there. I'm not worried about going across what I've already got there. Sort of a little star shape, see? And then I'm going to fill that in completely with ink. Okay, put some little dots off it there. And that's just, again, just an extra detail that's going in. And then see here, this bit where we've got that little aura. Let's put that in as well and just fill that with some ink. That's looking better. I like that. Okay. Oh, and these little lines and dots. And I'm still with my 05 here. I want it a little bit thicker. You know, don't try and get them all completely in the middle. It's not a problem. We just want to add that extra touch of detail in there. It's quite different, isn't it, this? It's something we've not done in a while, you know, putting something together and use lots of different tangles in there. It's kind of nice. It's not too flowery. Something that we can work with. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to keep with this pen. What I want to do now, I'm going to bring out some little lines. Let's have a look. I've got space here. So I'm going to come out. And out. And out. do on there as well. All right. And then back to my 03. I'm going to put in some bubbles on the top there. Now see this one, I'm going to make sure that I can do a full one. I don't want it to be on the piece there. Okay. Oh, have I missed some? What have I missed? I've always missed something somewhere. We know that. I'll find it later. There you are, look. I always do, don't I? It's just, Janet, it's just to make sure you're watching. Right, back to that thicker pen. So they're going all in sort of different places here. It's like little branches. Right. So that Janet's popped in just to tell me that I've missed something, and now she's off again. Hectic, full-on busy life. Okay, let's have a look at that. Right. So I'm going to stick back to my 3 now. Just let me put the right lid on the right pen. There you are. That's coming in a bit. I could actually, while I'm at it, I am going to rub out those areas. You know, I don't need that in anymore. I've got them all drawn in, so. There we go. Oh, you're still there. All right, keep an eye on me, Janet. Keep an eye on me. I know I'm a menace. I don't know how they even let me out on my own. Okay. So, I'm going to come in with some of the other gaps now. So, see, this is going to look like it's coming from underneath. All right. And then I'm going to put little dots on. All sort of like different sizes, some closer together. Moving out. And then another one. Keep these quite small. A little bit of contrast compared to the one we've got there. Okay. And wander around there. Right, let's have a little look at that, how it's sort of panning out, you see? So we've got a bit of a contrast between the two. So let's bring, I'm going to bring that one over. And again, little dots. Don't all have to be in the same position or same size, just sort of spread them out. I'm going to bring a couple here, look. And because we're filling those dots in, we can have them going over and under, wherever we want them. It's absolutely fine. See? Vicky, tile swaps are going to happen tomorrow. Leslie and I are going to sort them. But, she's not in today, and it works better if we've got 2 people doing it. So, yes, we'll get those done. All right. And along. Okay. So I've got a few of those sort of kicking about. As we go. So just to finish off, I'm going to put in some lovely little zingers. Let's go in a bit more. Here we are, look, around we go. Each one getting smaller and smaller. Oh, Palm, yeah, it's not a problem. Yeah, we've got Sarah's in, so she'll pick up any shop orders. And of course, Leslie does that as well. So they're leaving me in peace to get some design work done. So it's absolutely not a problem. I'm actually going to, this afternoon, I'm going to put the new stencils on the website as well. So if you wanted the Dotty Mandala, or if you wanted the you know, the new sofa armchair type, or what else did we do? Oh, the Just Beautiful. We'll get those on this afternoon. Okay. Joe, HM orders. There's quite a few gone. Some went yesterday, some will go in today. I think we're almost there with it. We're almost done. But without being in there and asking her specifically, I don't know if Yodel's been yet, so. All right, so we talked about a little bit of pencil on this. So I'm going to bring a little bit of that in to start with. And I'm going to sort of keep with that kind of blue theme. And I've got green in there, so I'm going to come in with a bit of blue. Being that it feels a little bit sort of, I don't know, sea-like. Let's put some white in there. Look at that. And in there. And then I've got a couple of blues. I'm going to blend that a little bit in. What's this one look? Mid-sea blue. And then a little bit in there as well. You know, you can colour some in and then I can do a little bit of grey with the others. It's nice to have a little bit of a blast of colour, isn't it? Okay. Oh, Leslie, no. I've got a cold drink, but no, I haven't got a cup of tea on the horizon. No, they are a bit busy. Okay, so I'm going to swap my dark sea blue out for something a bit darker. Have a look, night sky. Just bring a little bit of that in there. And sometimes it only needs a little bit. You don't need to sort of add loads of colour. But there it is. It's just darken that little bit up there. See? Let's just work those out. No. Work them in. Okay. Oh yeah, if there is anybody watching, don't think it's not done this. Please don't think you've got to start at number 1. That was a long time ago, that was. You know, draw one that you like the look of. Start with us now, it's fine. Okay, what about this one? A little bit of colour in here. So again, the white. Let's have some white in those. Now, I don't think I'm going to colour every one. Let's do something similar in there, just sort of the odd one. And just as before, see, I'm going to add that blue in either side. They're so small, it doesn't actually need a lot of colouring. I'm just having the odd little bit. So yeah, Leslie's behind. Don't know what she's been doing. To be honest, I think she's been a bit busy too. And to be honest, she does have to put up with Dobby more than I do. He comes to shows with me, but you know, with the day-to-day running of the place, Leslie is in control of Dobby. That's if anybody ever is in control of him. I don't think they are these days. Okay. I know, Vicky, look at these, yeah. You think I've just used 2 colours and a white? That's it. It's amazing how quickly it just sort of grows, isn't it? There you go. Couple on that. Look at that. So I think we should do a similar thing to these ones here. And let's have, I don't know, let's have it a little bit on some of the edges. Again, just sort of a few in the middle. Let's do the same with this. It's almost like the light caught it. And again, bringing in that first colour. Again, notice I'm not completely worried about filling it in. Leslie, you'll never guess what's happened. Look. There it is. Thank you, John. And being that it's John's birthday as well today. And he's had to make a drink. He's had to make a drink. Don't worry, we all know about it. Yeah. He's only 87. If he hears that, he'll shout at me later. Okay. Oh, thank you, everybody. I will pass on your birthday wishes. He's not even decided what he wants for his birthday yet. So, what more? You know, he's got me. What more could he ask for? So look at that. Having a little bit of colour in there has made all the difference. So we've got a little bit of colour on each one, except this one. So see here, we've got the stripes. So if I put the stripes here too, that's going to be quite colour heavy. So I'm going to take it all the way, and I'm going to add the colour to the sort of forefront of these. This is a great way of using colour without overdoing it and having the whole thing in colour. But sometimes we don't want that. We might just want a little bit. Let's see. Let's just bring in that night sky. Fill it in. Do you know, in a few weeks, Sanntangle, as the brand Sanntangle, will be 4 years old. How crazy is that? 4 years. No, 27th of September. We need cake. Joe, of course, yes. Of course. We're going to go out and have something tonight. We found somewhere that caters pretty well for people that are awkward when they go out and want to eat. All right, I'm going to add some, see, I've got a little bit of a highlight to these little bits there. And again, a little bit of that blue. What did you think of the ships and the fish that we did at the weekend? Not forgetting, of course, the dragon and that lovely lotus. We had a great time. We did some fab pictures. Wow. And I think as well, you come to class and we do push the boundaries and we do have a little bit of a challenge. But that means you go home and you've got something you can work on. And it's really quite nice. Oh, thank you, Sue. The fish was beautiful. You might be seeing that one. Similar, but not, you know. A little bit of white on these. There you go. Okay. So I saw the lotus that you did, Sue, yes. And again, you know, having it with that colour in the background just sets off and the little bits you want sort of showing. Okay, what am I doing now then? Let's have a look. So here, look, I'm adding a little bit of pencil at that bottom edge. Just little bits as we work our way around. And then same in this one. So of course that centerpiece, I'm going to come up there a bit. There you go. And then again, little bits at the bottom of that one. Again, this is a bit unusual because usually we colour all of one thing in, but you see here I've added colour to just a few little bits. Let's see where this is going to happen. So here, I'm just going to come in with a little bit, see, up and around to that point. Same across there. And around to the point. And then here, look, to there. And that bit. And I'm going to add some to the point. And then, of course, little highlights on these ones. There you go. All the way down. So, tortillon. And it doesn't matter where we start, it's all about softening off little areas. There you are. And around we go. See, not shading in the whole piece, just adding little bits to each section. Leaving some of that lovely colour in behind. And, oh, Lynn, absolutely. Yeah, we need to get you up here. Yeah, but again, it'd be great. You see, sort of working it round. How long we go there? We need to catch up anyway, Lynn. I do. See how it's just softening off a few little bits. And round we go. Along. these little bits here. So I'm going to bring that white pencil back in. I usually do use the chalk. I could do that. I could use both. Here we go, chalk pencil. And you see where we've got these little bits? Just a little touch of a highlight. Just a little bit in places. You know, sort of the tops of these where we've got a few, not all the way over. And then a little bit across there. Look, just where the light may be hitting. A couple in there. You see here, look where we've got quite a light bit. And add a little bit in there. And just get a couple of bits. Doesn't need much, does it? Sometimes it's just nice to do a little bit. So let's have a little look. There. Oh, this, yes, Caroline, that's the underwater, one of the underwater stencils in the background there. Okay. I think last thing, looking at this little bit in the middle here, I'm just going to bring in my, I have it here, black pencil. I actually found it, oh, Dobby, get out. Dobby's trying to mess with the pencils. Oh, well, no, I'll use the night sky. It's actually in my bag. I don't know why it's in my bag and not in with my other pencils, but not to worry. You see where here I've got these little bits? Just want to come on in and add a touch just around them. You see, just to give them a bit of a three-dimensional feel there. You see? And then here it's over the top of that one. That one's over the top of that one. And there. So it's just where things are overlapping a little bit. It's bringing out that little bit of shadow. I think that's made a difference. And then this bit in the middle here is crying out for a bit of gel pen. Just going to put a couple of little dots. I'm not going to overdo it. And maybe just sort of bring out a bit of lightness in them. All right. Okay, let's have a look then. There we go. So that's a little bit unusual, but it's actually got some movement to it, hasn't it? And having that touch of colour in it really made it pop. Last thing to do is its signature. Right, all done. So, okay, that one's done and sorted, and enjoy it. Have a bit of fun with this one. But of course, not forgetting, we do have our tiny tiles every day. You don't have to keep up. You can do little bits as you go. It's absolutely fine. Just try to keep up. Try and give yourself 5 or 10 minutes a day, just to get that little bit of a break in, just for you. But with these, catch up as and when. And if you're a beginner to this and you've not done all of them, please don't think you've got to go all the way back to number 1. That was a long time ago. And it's quite nice, I think, sometimes just to sort of go with the flow and pick one you like, or start now and go back in 10s, and it'll be absolutely fine. There's a lot to do, and you think there's 376 hours almost worth of tangling there. So enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. It's a little bit cooler, so stay dry, and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, take care. Bye.